Hello, Starseeds. Welcome to Source Energetics. My name is Ashtara, and I'm here to share with you today some money codes, some prosperity codes, higher level perspectives about money that will help you totally rewire your perspective around how you navigate through these energetics. At the end of this transmission, you'll also receive a really powerful light language activation that I've created with my soul fams, activations with JJ. And there was something about our harmonic frequencies of like us converging our frequencies that's incredibly mind blowing. Both of us were like, what in the world is this when we kind of tuned into the final outcome of what came through. So I really invite you to tune into the activation. I'll also actually link a timestamp below. And this is the activation of your New Earth Prosperity codes. So you know my usual activation style if you know my content. So I'm doing the guided activation, but it is coupled with JJ's light language and also her sound engineering. And then it's just literally mind blowing. So I'm really excited for you to receive this. If you guys were a part of the workshop that we ran together a few days ago, you already know some of this, but still watching this video is really going to assist you in anchoring down and really stabilizing the codes that you received. So me personally as a channel, I'm being really guided to step into this realm of creating transmissions and calibrations around money, prosperity, and abundance from a new earth frequency. And I know that there are thousands, literally hundreds of thousands of content pieces and courses and workshops out there dealing with this subject of money and abundance, but I'm receiving fresh channeling and fresh perspectives that are available at this time of the ascension journey for a good reason. And you'll see that a lot of the perspectives that I channel are new frequencies. And essentially, my work and how I create these calibrations, I do two parts. So one of them is actual discourse, sharing information and, comprehensible logic. And then the second part is a energy session, like light language. So you have both in this video. And the portion where I'm just talking and teaching information, basically, it's actually still multidimensional calibrations. It's helping you repattern the cognitive frameworks in which you view reality. And so a lot of my clients would actually call that English light language because it's kind of like light language too, but it's literally in English. So I invite you to just kind of tune into your heart, ground your energy, connect with your sovereign level of being so that you could be open to receive these codes. And the energy session, obviously, you can revisit that multiple times as well. So let me just start by introducing the perspective of money and prosperity as a form of grid work. A lot of higher level consciousness incarnations like yourself, probably that you're tuning in to this video, it wouldn't come into your reality unless you were vibrating at a certain level of frequencies. And a lot of these service oriented souls don't really have the capacity or the motivation to align with something unless it's genuinely of service or unless they realize that something is truly of service. And I'm here to help you calibrate your perspectives around money, abundance, and prosperity, that it's genuinely of service to the collective and it is grid work on an energetic level. Money is not just the form of exchange that we're used to, but it's actually a subtle energetic expression of the Earth's planetary sphere. It's one of the expressions of Earth's subtle bodies. And a lot of people like to separate money from nature, but it is an expression of nature. Literally everything that we see today, even technology, artificial intelligence, even money, and even the corporations, even all of these different structures that we think are so foreign to nature is an expression of nature. It's an offspring of nature, or else it wouldn't exist. And so money, if you're looking at it from an energetic perspective, it's really interesting and it is really powerful to get to know, because money is a consensus field of reality that is exclusive to humanity only. And if you think about all the other levels of consensus realities, for example, the time continuum or the space continuum, or even the field of elements, it's basically shared between plethora of different species. And that's partially a really beautiful thing, because it's a shared reality between all these different fractals of source consciousness. So the spatial continuum, obviously, there's plants, there's animals, there's insects, there's all these different spectrums of reality that the spatial continuum is shared between. The time continuum also is a rendering of planetary cycles. So we're sharing that with the planetary bodies in our solar system, really. But money is just between humanity. And this, if you just divorce all of the concepts and ideas and notions that you have about money, about the job, about the income, about your work, and about the financial freedom and implications, if you just look at it energetically, it's kind of really profound, because it is a mass network of human energy that is exchanged in the codes of frequencies, value, information, and energy like no other field in the world. And it's really, if you look at the way that money flows in a simplified pattern of currency, and obviously currency is exchanged between all different currencies, and literally every national currency is interchangeable. And with a very, very, very small exception of some levels of humanity that is completely divorced from the economy, which would be very rare case, literally every single person on the world participates in the economic field of money, which is a very, very, very unique field of energy, because no other field of energy is exchanged on that level of the mass network, whether it is social media, even though social media is connecting everybody, or the internet is connecting everybody. There's tons of places in the world where there's no internet or where there's no social media at all. Some people just don't use it at all. Even still to this day, the statistics show that billions of people still don't use social media or internet. Obviously, with communication as well, you can't talk to the level of people that you connect through the flow of money. When you're flowing through the monetary system, like when you are participating in the exchange of money, for example, you're buying something or you're making money, it's literally connected to the mass population of humanity. You're participating in something that is so widely connected between humanity. And so energetically, it kind of reflects the relationship that you have with the masses. And it is a very sacral chakra energy. Even though people like to associate money with the root chakra, actually it's evolved and it will continue to evolve up the chakras, which is a very interesting topic. But currently it's at a place of the sacral energy. So I talk about how in the workshop also that we just had, I talked about how sometimes some of these higher level starseeds, or just in general, when people have a hard time attracting as much abundance as they would like, it's partially because they have this mass resistance against connecting with humanity on that level. Because once you are drawing in the money basically touches and flows through everybody. So when you understand these higher level perspectives and let go of the conditioning that you have accumulated, then you start to realize the truth of what this is on so many different angles, the higher perspectives, and you're able to really deal with it in a way that makes sense for you. And you can start to call in abundance through different higher perspectives than just thinking about what do I do for my work and how do I pay for what I want. It's like you start to realize that there are higher level perspectives around the flow of money. So essentially, when you're dealing with the field of money with a higher level of consciousness and seeing it for what it is, your monetary flow, which everybody has like a blueprint of a monetary flow, your relationship with money and your dynamic with the flow of money, your income, your spending, your allocations, your systems, your infrastructure, all of it kind of creates this light body around you that is unique to you. So money literally has a light body. It's not just third dimensional. Money is multidimensional, it's qualitative, and it has a light body, and it almost interacts with your field just as you would interact with your astral body, just as you would interact with your mental body. You have a body of the light frequencies of your monetary flow. And so once you start to understand this, your monetary flow starts to become a purification filter in the mass collective network. So imagine the level of precision in targeting human energy of the general humanity. Since this monetary flow touches literally everyone, this is what I'm calling the grid work of money, because the way that you flow this money, the way that you program the flow of your money, because you could literally program it, right? Just like how you would program a crystal or how you would program your space, like you know how you could program your space on a light body level, you could do the same with money, and it touches every single person that is involved with money. It's like a mass morphogenetic network, and it's so simplified to the level where it's quantifiable between everybody, right? So your monetary flow becomes like this purification system and this source of alchemy on the morphogenetic field. And the reason why I'm calling it grid work is that a lot of people talk about grid work in terms of the spatial continuum, sometimes in terms of the time continuum. There's many different forms of grid work, but on an abstract level, really what grid work is recalibrating a consensus field of reality through your consciousness. And just like how you would grid work around the country or the city or through different time spectrums, you start to grid work with money in the way that you choose to calibrate your monetary field and your monetary flow. So I shared a lot of the examples in the workshop, and I'm not going to go into too much details about that here, but I just wanted to let you know some of the more concrete ideas of what this really is and how this is so much more than what you think it is. And this is the activation of your true purpose in your new earth prosperity, because once you understand these higher level truths, you'll naturally align with drawing more. And once you start to really perform your service of alchemical grid work on the field of money, you'll start to draw a lot more. You'll start to unlock a lot more, because imagine the Earth's planetary sphere and the entire distortions around money, because think about money. It's literally so polarized in our day and age, and it is literally so distorted. It's one of the most distorted fields possible that is manifest in our reality. And so once you are this conduit of alchemy through that field, the Earth's intelligence will just continue to send you more, to transmute more, to transmute more, and transmute more. And you just start to attract abundance from this higher level. So, so allow this to kind of sink in. And the interesting thing is the broadcasting that you have around money, like the electromagnetic field of broadcasting that you have around money, it carries all of the ancestral imprints that you've inherited from your genetic lineage. So actually, it's just far more than this vertical grid work of the mass humanity right now, but it's also travels up through your ancestral line. And imagine how much information that the monetary programming that you run is encoded in the way that your ancestors related to the mass of humanity. So this is like real profound spiritual work. Prosperity is of service, and prosperity is of alchemical grid work to the morphogenetic field of reality. So, if all of this stuff that I'm telling you is making sense to you, which obviously won't be everyone, but some people will completely resonate with the things that I am channeling, which actually the channeling is streaming through the Kumaras, including Sanat Kumara and the 7 Kumara rays. There's an aspect of the Venusian consciousness, there's an aspect of Sirius, and there's an aspect in the grid lines of Mount Kailash. And this is all of these different streams of frequencies that I'm channeling this information from. If you're wondering where the F is she getting all of this stuff, this is not channeled before from anybody else. I haven't read this. I haven't heard this from anyone. This is fresh channeled frequencies, and I'm actually channeling a 4-part systematic calibration on the grid work of money. So if the things that I've been talking about is really feeling resonant for you, I'm offering a 4-part systematic calibration. So imagine this is just the surface of everything that I'm channeling. And by far, this is the most affordable system that I've created in offering. So I know that previously when I was launching higher level systems like Purity Mastermind or Humanifestation, a lot of feedback that I received was that they wish they could afford it, but they couldn't. And I have a few words to say about that. It's not that I'm being greedy, and it's not that I don't want to make it accessible, but there are certain containers that need to be in a certain level of exchange to actually stream through the purest calibration of that. Everything, every single detail of a container determines the frequency that is being channeled. And so I'm just listening to how this program wants to be channeled. So that's the reason why some of my programs are more expensive. But this monetary calibration, I wanted to make it as accessible to more people. So this program is more affordable than any of the other higher systems that I have created before. And if you ever took part of my higher level systems before, like Purity Mastermind or Humanifestation that is running currently, you understand the level of work that these containers hold. You know, it's not just a course, it's not just lessons, it's a complete multidimensional calibration. And I'm so happy to offer this. If you're part of my Purity Mastermind or Humanifestation, you'll actually get a discount of $110. If you're part of the workshop, you get a discount of $66, which was the entire price of the workshop. And if you're part of my Patreon, I'm also going to give a small discount. So I'm going to list all of that in the coupon links below. The initiation call for this course will start off on July 7th. If you're watching this after July 7th, it's not a big deal because it's just like a little live call and you can still jump in after the call. So you'll have all of the courses. I'm listing all the dates when I'm actually releasing it. So I already set the date and time, but you don't have to be there live. If you can make it, that's awesome. If you can't make it, or if you already missed the live call, that's totally fine because we transcend time and space and your energy is already encoded into everything that I'm doing. So, taking full deep breaths to integrate this session. And I just want to remind you, even if you're not going to be part of the 4-part systematic calibration, this video in itself holds a lot of codes. So receive and calibrate through this. And without further ado, I'm going to share with you the light language activation, which is also going to be the opening activation for the course of Alchemical Prosperity. And if you've never experienced one of my light language sessions before, you're in for a treat. Just let your mental thoughts go because it's going to be kind of really outside of the realm of the mind, and just receive through the heart. Okay, I hope you enjoy the activation. Remember to take full deep breaths through the whole activation and drink plenty of water. And I'm sending you so much love from my entire heart. Thank you for being a beacon of light on planet Earth and a beacon of prosperity on this planet. Thank you so much. field around and through your heart and entering the sacred portal of your high heart. Becoming aware of your spine and your hips, grounding your energy to the central core of the earth, noticing how the center of the earth interacts with you in this moment. Perhaps it appears to you as a crystalline library, maybe a geometry of light, sound, frequencies, or maybe as a bright internal sun. But it's unique to you and it's unique for this moment, and receiving this medicine of the earth through your grounding cord into your authentic field frequencies on the planetary sphere, resetting your unique frequencies on the planetary body, and connecting up through your heart to your soul star, stellar gateway, and your source field that is beyond location, beyond form, beyond time, yet omnipresent through all levels of your being. Blasting your field with your own divine light, clearing any frequencies, intrusions that is not in alignment with your highest essence embodied here on earth. Owning your field and entering a state of neutrality as you open to receive. Through this harmonic space, invoking in your highest guides, your galactic teams of the purest frequencies, your angelic realms of the purest frequencies. And for this prosperity code of activation, invoking in your wealth guardian and invoking in the 7 Kumaras, receiving their presence in your frequencies right now. Iara soramo korea sarana sukiara sorea shikoromorea nasikia eara so korea sia shorea ia sokoroea rasomo korea sai shurena kiara sai. Connecting and linking up with the planetary logos of Venus, receiving these geometries of light frequencies, sound frequencies, wavelengths and patterns to calibrate through your light bodies. Okorea sakomoya shukorea sai ea saraya shukorea siara nasorea yera sokonoroea soea soe. Breathing deeply. Arena sokorea sairamo sokonanaraya soea shukiara saishu. Clearing through the fields, and clearing through your authentic blueprint of your prosperity code, clearing through your monetary systems, clearing through your electromagnetic frequency broadcasting, through the field of money. Seraya sukaya saraya sarama korea saya sukia ia sakorama kiaraya soea si kiaraya soea siashu mekinaraya saishu kiara masurea karaya sairu araya sukiashu shurekaraya saishu. A pattern in the fear of being seen is coming up, so we're going to clear through that. As you come into an understanding that as you activate through these prosperity codes, you're going to be seen. You're going to be felt through the collective field. Your influence increases energetically as you open through these prosperity codes. So requesting to remove all of the fractals and patterns associated with the fear of being seen out of your field, out of your mental field, out of your emotional field, flushing through your system. Flush, and tuning into the collective field of currency, the financial patterns and systems through the collective field, requesting to fully and completely activate and come online your soul-aligned prosperity blueprint through these systems. Downloading this through, we have the Arcturian Council here present to assist with this. And the grids of Mount Kailash as we stream through. Aya saraya konesa sanamaraya saya sukinaraya sai shurekanaraya sai orekarai. Downloading this light quotient upgrade through your monetary systems, your financial flow, in coherence with your highest shukuremakarai oversoul expression shurenasiara karaya sai embodied through this template orekanasaraya shukiaraya saramasoya shukaraya sai. Linking up Shukramaya Sai Shureya Sai Koya. Linking up Shukramaya Sai Shureya Sai Koya. Linking up Shukramaya Sai Shureya Sai Koya. Through your Venusian interface. Downloading your Venusian interface. Your relationship to the third dimension. Linking this through the pathways and channels of gold, the metallic presence of gold within the Earth's planetary body, allowing this to fuse. Sama shukrena ya soya skimara ya sai shurena kiara na sukoro ya sai yara soya nakamara ya sai ne shukore ya sai amakoro ya sai shukare akiara ya sai
yatata shal kuntai yesainto ko shal tanto shitereke ya.
This is sending through frequencies of beauty in your environment and in your physical vessel. Receiving these upgrades, encoding this through the inner earth grids, the inner earth templates, and linking this through to the collective consciousness on the inner earth planes. We have a strong presence of the Andromedan Council on the inner earth library here, receiving these codes through the surface of the earth. Arena Sokorea Makiara na Sokorea Arana no Kore Yasoya Makina Maria Nansukonore na Makiara Saishu. And rippling this through the water pathways of the earth and the deep oceanic spheres of the earth, rippling through these prosperity codes. Yara Sokrai linking, syncing up Ashore Nasi Yara Nasokaraya Saishu. Yo Sakoraya Saishu, communing with the heart of the ocean. As we integrate and flow through these energies, receiving the code of flow from the heart of the ocean and transferring the code of flow into your financial shukreya systems and structures. Downloading this flow code. Full and total, complete flow. Saya korena na mukoroya sai. Yora ya sai yara karaya. Yora na sukuno ne ashikoi. You sha ay ya soya. Shoera ay Upgrade and activation complete through your prosperity blueprint. Breathing into these upgrades, feeling this through every cell of your being, rippling through all of the elements of your physical vessel. As you breathe deeply in and out, and anchoring through all of your chakras, meridians, light body layers into your earth star, encoding through your earth star. And sealing through your soul star portal and allowing all of these upgrades and frequencies to encode back into the central core of the earth, anchoring, stabilizing, rippling through the collective Akashic records on the Terran sphere. And we're actually going to also encode this through the lunar field of our moon, both our current moon and the original moon. Encode. And this is actually going to send the ripples out back and forth from our lunar body to the oceans in which we have connected through the fields. Breathing deeply, sealing this energetic work totally and completely to its full stabilization and beyond, invoking divine protection over the stabilization of this work. Total and complete divine protection. Encoded. Inviting in Christ energy for an extra layer of protection through this work. Thank you. All work complete. Please take full deep breaths to integrate this session. Thank you for your work on behalf of the collective.